doing?
You being a baby?
I'm trying to film.
I'm trying to film, my baby.
Excuse me. Yeah?
You my baby?
Yep. All right. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. You're just not having it today. You have eye boogers. You're not having it? All right. Come over here. Come here. Mommy's trying to film. All right. So I guess Remy's just going to hang out? I know. What? Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, November 20th, and it's been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a video, so I am using my camera today. This is a story time. I got suspended from my job, so go ahead and, cozy up, grab a drink, a beverage, whatever you want. I have a Dunkin' because that's just what I do. So, I'm going to tell you guys the story of how and why I supposedly got suspended from my current place of employment, and yeah. So, yesterday was a normal Monday. I got up at 6 a.m., started getting ready for work, and my boss was waiting for me when I walked through the door to my office and pulled me into the conference room and stated that somebody who she could not disclose reported me to the HR department for sleeping at my desk or allegedly looking like I was sleeping at my desk. And I hadn't even clocked in or nothing. She took me straight to the conference room, and this came out of nowhere. So I had my little grande macchiato. I had my big gallon of water. I was just like, what is going on right now? What? And when she said that, I was like, what are you talking about? And she said it allegedly happened earlier during the week. And the only time I can think of where it allegedly looked like I was sleeping at my desk was when my head starts hurting or my anxiety starts acting up. I like to breathe. I like to inhale deeply and exhale. And sometimes the sides of my head hurt because I get headaches and migraines. So I will put my hands on my head like this and look down at my desk and be breathing. And there was another incident coincidentally that happened sometime last week where I was in my desk chair and I was laid all the way back with my eyes shut, and one of the assistant managers was like, Amberly, what are you doing? You're not allowed to sleep at work or whatever. And I was like, I'm not sleeping, I'm just sitting here with my eyes shut or whatever. So I was still fully capable of doing my job and getting up to help my doctor if she needed me in the room with our last patient. I just have an issue with the fact that I wasn't allowed to argue my side of the story. I wasn't confronted before this went to HR. I feel like this could have been a verbal or a written warning, not something this extreme where I've been suspended from work, and this is day 2. My boss basically told me, when stuff like this happens, it's usually automatic termination, but until then, I'm on suspension. So she took my badge and sent me home. So I'm pretty upset at the fact that it went that far. I feel like I could have had a written warning and it was written out on a statement or a piece of paper and I signed saying, yes, my eyes were closed. It appeared I was sleeping, but I was not sleeping or something like that. I would never sleep at work, okay? I'm pretty crazy. I do play around at work. I would never sleep on the job. I wasn't even tired. yeah, when I first get there in the morning, I'm waking up because it's 7 a.m. and I have a patient right at 7 a.m. and it's just too early for all of that. But it's not like I had a pillow and a blanket and I was sprawled out all over my desk drooling on the keyboard and stuff like that. Like, if anything, I was doing one of the two things I showed you. I had my hands on the side of my head, closing my eyes and breathing, or it was the incident where I was like, my neck was back in the chair and my eyes were shut and, it looked like I was sleeping. So I really wish that I could have spoke with HR and told them my side of the story instead of my manager supposedly taking down my statement. She didn't write anything when she took my statement, which I found odd because basically she could put anything she wants in the computer when she types up my statement to HR. And I kind of wish I did know whether it was a coworker or a patient. I do feel like it was probably my assistant manager because she's the one that saw me sitting back in the chair like that. However, I just feel that you could have came to me and said what you did is unacceptable, this is your verbal warning, or what you've done is unacceptable, I'm giving you a written warning, you need to sign this stating that I saw you allegedly sleeping, and then go from there. Not suspending me from my job and potentially getting me fired because I looked like I was sleeping. If I had given the wrong injection, or sorry, my phone was ringing. If I had given the wrong injection or constantly showed up late to work or was actually sleeping, like people had to shake me to wake me up. If I'm responding to you with my eyes shut just like this, I'm obviously not sleeping. My eyes are just closed. Maybe I'm resting my eyes. Maybe my eyes are burning. Maybe I'm somewhat meditating in between all the BS that goes on at my job. It's just crazy to me that this happened. And every morning when I wake up now, because obviously I don't go to work, especially this morning, like I woke up and I just sat there for a minute thinking how stupid this is. And maybe I'm just overreacting. Maybe what they did was right, but I feel like I'm being punished for no reason at all. I feel like they should have had my side of the story and investigated the incident before suspending me to make sure that whoever reported me was correct. And there's no proof. She has no proof. She didn't write me up. She didn't make me sign anything. She didn't discuss it with me and make a note. Nothing. So I just feel like I've been blindsided by where I work. I was never expecting them to be this petty and this unprofessional about a situation. And I feel like they could have easily just given me a warning if it was an issue. I was sitting at my desk doing what I've already told you 2-3 times now, probably inhaling and exhaling the BS, and you had the audacity to go above and beyond to HR and potentially make me lose my job. I think that that's ridiculous. And if it is the person that I think it is, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that she's done that because she's pretty miserable, and that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to be mean, but this is causing me so much anxiety, and now I'm kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place where I don't know if I should apply for other jobs because I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this one. I definitely don't want to stay where I'm at regardless. If I am able to go back to work, I'll work for a little bit until I find a job, but I feel disrespected. I feel like I'm being punished for no reason at all because I didn't do anything wrong, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. If I was sleeping on my desk or on the job, I would have admitted it. I'm not a liar. I would have said, yeah, I was sleeping. I was so tired. I was exhausted, whatever. Not happening. So I don't know if I should apply for other jobs. I don't know if I should wait it out. And that's basically what happened. So I just wanted to tell you guys my story time and let you guys know what's going on with that. So if there's anything I learned from this experience, I've never trusted people as far as I can throw them, but I'm not going to be happy-go-lucky if I go back to this job. I'm going to go there and work and not really talk to anybody and just leave at the end of the day. I don't want to deal with it. I can't believe somebody was so petty. Like, that's all I can think of is how petty this is. So, if anything, what I've learned from this, and you guys can learn from it too, don't trust people you work with, especially people who, you know, you think are close to you, close coworkers. You know, people can be snakes. So just worry about yourself and don't get caught up trying to make friends or trying to, you know, be cool at work. I was just being myself. And, you know, the one time, none of the good work that we do ever gets acknowledged. It's everything bad. And the one time someone catches me with my eyes shut for 2 seconds and it looked like I was sleeping, I guess, they went all the way to HR. I don't believe that it was a patient, just because most of the time when patients have complaints, they ask to speak directly to our manager. So I have a feeling I know who it is. And I'm sorry that she's so miserable with her life, but, you know, I've definitely lived and learned through this lesson, and I don't trust anybody I work with, and I don't want to work in an environment where people are going to get you in trouble for such petty things. Like, if I lose my job, I'm going to be stuck in a really hard place because my roommate / ex-boyfriend is moving out on December 1st because he found a place. So, like, I have bills to pay. I have stuff that I need to pay off. I'm not, you know, just because I'm young doesn't mean I don't have responsibilities. So this has really screwed me over in more ways than one, and it makes me look bad. I've only been at this job for like 7 months, so thank you for making me look like a really crappy nurse. And I'm not going to be hostile in my work environment, but I'm definitely not going to be the happy, bubbly, go-lucky person that I usually am when I walk up in there. Like, I'm literally going to go in there, get my work done, and leave. I'm not trying to be friends with anybody anymore. I'm not trying to, you know, make people laugh if they're having a bad day. Like, I, at this point, am so far from that I don't want nothing to do with these people. So, whoops. That's my story. And I just wanted to share with you guys because, you know, a lot of you follow me for my nursing journey and my job and nursing questions and stuff. So that's that. If you guys have any questions or comments, you know, you guys can leave them as always, but I'll definitely let you guys know what happens if I ever hear from my job, because she told me that she'd call me when she finds out what HR wants to do. So right now it's just a waiting game, but I feel like waiting this long is a waste of my time. And as hard as I work, as hard as I have tried to learn everything to help this company out and this practice out, you don't deserve how hard I've worked. And I feel alienated. I feel disrespected, and I feel like I'm being punished for no reason. So definitely watch who you work for. If you work in an environment where you don't feel that you can trust people, or, you know, you feel that there's snakes in the grass, you know, you have to do what benefits you. And I am definitely not going to feel comfortable going to work anymore, ever. And, you know, I'm the type of person that believes that when an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it. So I think I'm going to start applying for jobs, and if something comes up, I'm going to jump and leap and take it, because I'm never going to be as comfortable as I was at work, especially working in the same office as the person I think that did this to me. And I'm the type of person that when I have a problem with you, I confront you. I say, hey, why don't you like this about me? Or why did you say this about me? I don't go to my manager or, you know, go run and complain to corporate or something like that. I just come straight to you. And I'm not a confrontational person. I just like to get it out of the way. Easily, this could have been handled. And instead, this person, patient, whoever, went straight to HR. And I am about to lose my job potentially because of it. And that is what upsets me so bad. I cried last night, and then I get over it, and then I cry because I'm just so stressed out. Like, I really am in disbelief that this has happened to me. So that's my story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't like telling this story because it's embarrassing and I feel like crap. But yeah. So like I said, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. and I'll get back to them. And as soon as I hear from my manager, I'm going to let you guys know what happens. So look out for that video too. I'll update you as soon as I know the down low.